Hi there, Kim Kunkel here with EasyDigitals.com, Photoshop backgrounds and templates for sports photographers. Today I'm going to show you how to customize the Sports Mania icons and Crest set for Elements. Right now I'm using Elements 11, and we're also going to use the background from 3D Wall of Fame, and we're going to use this background right here. Alright, so let me go ahead and get this off to the side. So when we start out, we're going to have something like this, and when we're finished, it should look something like this. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to close this one out, and I'm going to open my icons. When you first open the file, you're going to see all these icons, and the ones that have a little Photoshop symbol are going to have a color change option. Most of them have a color change option if they have this. This one just has many files in it, so I used it as a Photoshop file. But these other ones all have color changes. And then at the bottom, you're going to have your crest, and you're going to have your fonts. And when you're not in Elements, go ahead and click on this link outside of Elements and load the font that you need from the website. Let's go ahead and open up the crest right now. So here's our crest, and the first thing I'm going to do is just copy it over into my file where I want to use it. So I'm going to select all the layers that I want to copy. So I'm just selecting the first layer and coming down to the bottom and selecting all these layers. Right click, duplicate layers, and then click on my product, my composite. Then come over here, and that actually looks kind of cool like that, but we're going to go ahead and resize it. So I'm going to click on my move tool, and I'm going to just press this down to get it smaller and press enter. And I'm going to click Control 0 to fit on screen. Control 0. Okay, so this is where we're starting out. We have the crest, and it comes in gold, copper, and silver. And you can also change the crest to any color. So let me go ahead and turn these off and show you how you can change it to any color. Oop, I was in the wrong product. Okay, let me turn these off. Now you can see the color change. So I can double click this and I can change it to a red, and then I can tweak it to get it the red that I want, or whatever color. And then the one underneath, you want to double click it and just make it, you could use it as like blue like this if it fits your theme, or you just make it a darker color of red than the red that you already chose. So if this is my color of red, I might want to come down here and make it darker. So, but for now, this time we're going to use silver. So I'm turning these off. I'm going to leave the crest shadow on. Okay, so now how do we get our helmet in here? We're going to come to File, Open, come to our football helmet. Right here, click Open. And we're just going to right click, duplicate layers, and again, pick the same one. Come over here, resize. Actually, I'm going to move it to where it says sample icon. And this is just to kind of help you know what size you might want this. It's just a rough idea. You can choose whatever size you want. Press enter. I'm going to turn off that sample icon, and you can arrow it. And then I'm going to double click my helmet and change it to red, and then tweak it here till I like it. And then click OK. So now I have my helmet in place. I can turn off my hockey sticks, and you can change the colors of the ribbon here the exact same way. You're going to double click it, you choose a color. Let me grab it. You click it, you choose a color. I'm going to press cancel though. And then the underneath one would be slightly darker. Same with the edges right here. So you're going to change it the exact same way. You can also change the stars to a different color. These little stars, exact same way. You can change them to black or whatever color you want. So those are pretty easy changes. Now we're going to change the text. So I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to change the text. And then come to this one. And then you can adjust it as needed by clicking the move tool, arrow up. It also has an effects on it. You can turn that off and on, and you can change the color of the text. So if I wanted this to be black, I could change it to black. But I'm going to change it back to white. So, and you change the text underneath here the exact same way. So let's go ahead and bring our flags in. File, open, come to our flags. If you downloaded an earlier version of this, like when it first came out, you may need to download this product because I had to make a slight change to these flags. So I'm going to select all the layers, right click, duplicate layers, and choose my composite again. So now I'm going to resize, enter, and it's the same way you make the changes. So I'm clicking on my color, and I'm going to change it to whatever color of red that I want to do. Then I'm going to copy it, Control C, copy that color, and double click, highlight this, Control V to paste it. And now I have my colors. My player back glow here is covering up my flag, so I'm going to drag it down to the bottom, almost to the bottom, because I want it behind. And I'm going to put it right here above the background. So now I don't have that on there. I always like to have a player back glow because I really think it helps sell the fake. Learned this tip from Joel Grimes, of course. It's a great tip. Definitely want to do that. Another thing I might mention about this text is that it has a slight curve on it. So if you feel like it needs to be adjusted in some way after you are working with it, you can come over to this, highlight it, and then you can come to this little curve and you can adjust the curve depending on your text and how it ends up laying out. And I just want you to be aware of that. Okay, I think that covers most of the questions you might have about this set, but if you have other questions, please let me know, and I will make sure and answer all of your questions. Have a creative day.